Welcome students to this third lecture on industrial psychology fourth unit. To- Excuse me. In the previous class, we discussed about the job design, what exactly is job design, meaning of job design and definition, factors affecting job design, that is efficiency, mental capacity, safety and health and motivation. Later we discussed about job characteristics model, where there are five core characteristics of a job: skill variety, task skill identity, skill significance, autonomy, and feedback from job. And there are three states actually: experience meaningfulness, experience responsibility, knowledge of actual work results. And the outcomes for the job characteristic model are high internal work environment motivation, high growth satisfaction, high general job satisfaction, high work effectiveness. Going further, we discussed about workspaces and arrangements in organization. What are the factors that were considered so that workspace can be decided in organization? Few are functional factors, technical factors, and financial factors. Then we discussed about work methods, how to improve work methods, what are the various types of work methods, and how through work methods fatigue and boredom occur at workplace. Then we discuss what are the various types of work fatigue. Today let us understand what are the causes of fatigue and boredom at work. Basically, there are few causes of fatigue and boredom. Longer hours of continuous work without rest pauses may cause fatigue because the physical muscles get tired after a long work, and therefore it causes fatigue or boredom. Then you can see that if the working environment or the work setup is not satisfying for the employee, then he will be getting into fatigue state. The reasons could be insufficient lighting or illumination, and there is if there is congestion, the work setup is not good, there is no proper hygiene, and the temperatures and the weather conditions are not appropriate. Therefore, these conditions will lead to fatigue among employees. The other personal reasons could be like family tension, bad health, stress, personal issues, health issues, which may also cause fatigue in employees. Ergonomics also plays a critical role in fatigue and boredom. If the design of the machines or equipment is not correct, or the design or setup of the office is not appropriate, maybe the seating position, the timings, or the layout of the uh, plant, these are few things which are considered in ergonomics. So, if they are not appropriately done, then definitely it will lead to wastage of time and energy of workers. The next one is complexity or production process. In the production process may also lead to fatigue. If the production process can be made simpler by use of new latest technology or by through some better prospects, even then if complex methods are followed, then definitely it will lead to fatigue among employees. The next one is if the placement of the employees are not is not right. Right people at right job is the key for work efficiency among employees. And then the attitude of the supervisors may sometimes lead to fatigue, inconvenient and awkward posture of workers, especially when it comes to factories and all. Their convenient posture should be there for employees to work and give better productivity. So these could be the causes of fatigue and boredom among employees. Longer working hours, unsatisfactory working conditions, personal reasons, faulty design of machines and equipments, complexity in production processes, improper placement of jobs, attitude issues, inconvenient or awkward posture of workers. These are the causes of fatigue and boredom. So these are the causes, but how can we reduce? There are few strategies that can be applied to reduce fatigue and boredom at workplace. First one is rest pauses. When there is a physical strain on the workers, they need some rest. So, if the work shift enables an employee to work continuously and gives exertion on the physical muscles, then they'll not feel like working again, or maybe they get tired easily. So, rest pauses should be planned accordingly, keeping in mind the health and fitness of the worker. Next one is less hours of work. Usually, there are 8 hours per day work day. This could be there, but then if there is less hours of work, efficient work, then definitely it will lead to efficiency at work and it may reduce boredom. Poor lighting illumination also causes an effect on the performance of the employees. Then lighting conditions, that's what illumination. Then noise is an important factor which disturbs the working environment. So reduction of noise can also help in improving efficiency and reducing fatigue and boredom causes. Then proper selection of employees, right people should be employed at right place. And job rotation, same work should not be given to the employee all the time. He should be rotated at different places so that he can become multitasking, multi-skilled. With only he might be experiencing new skills, and then he could learn new kind of knowledge and skills. And then counseling of employees, when they are low, when they feel low in terms of working environment, or if they are not motivated, or if they are uh, facing fatigue or boredom state, then this may cause a kind of abruption in the disruption in the uh, production process. So counseling of employees helps employees to be motivated, be updated, and it also make them feel what like they are working for the organization. So these could be few strategies that can be applied so that employees feel motivated and counseled. Anxieties, worries may be the main causes usually. So job dissatisfaction usually occurs because of that. So the personnel department or the HR department can come forward and counsel the employees in these directions and help them go ahead with their responsibilities. So these are the various ways of reducing work fatigue and boredom. Rest pauses, less hours of work, proper lighting, improving lighting conditions, reduction of noise, proper selection of employees, job rotation, and counseling of employees. Going further, let us now understand what are the personal factors that affect the work efficiency. What are to be considered? So, racial qualities, hereditary qualities, moral qualities, individual qualities, education and intelligence, standard of living, organization among laborers. Every person inherits certain qualities from its race to which it belongs. For example, Northern India usually consider people from Rajasthan or Delhi or Haryana or UP. They are very strong in comparison to those of Bengal. So efficiency, physical efficiency of these employees are more than that of later. So racial qualities also affect the work efficiency. Then hereditary qualities. The child inherits the skills of his father by birth. He is more efficient if he inherits the trait of his father. So, like for example, Swiss watches are famous because the people are efficient watchmakers, and like that in India you can see the Marwaris family are good at doing business trading, and Iranis are good in managing restaurants and hotels. So these way hereditary qualities also affect the work efficiency. Moral qualities. Man is a moral animal. In man, not only self alertness is present, but all moral characters and self morality is present. Moral qualities increase the efficiency of the worker. A person with good character is liked by the management, and quality helps in increasing efficiency. Then, individual qualities, mental capability, emotional quotient, good physique, intelligence, soberness, honesty, resourcefulness. All these are few individual qualities which makes an employee efficient and it influences work efficiency. Education and intelligence, yes, definitely. Education could be technical or it could be knowledge wise. So it gives perseverance, judgment, and strength, resourcefulness, sense of responsibility to an employee. And also intelligence also helps him to take right decisions at right time. So these qualities, if they are lacking, then definitely it will help. It will lead to work inefficiency. Then standard of living. People from same strata or same level in the society they perform better, but people when we hire from the lower strata or lower standard of living, they might not perform well and it may take time for them to come to the level that is expected. So good nourishing food, suitable clothing, comfortable home with healthy surroundings tend to increase efficiency of workers. Next one is organization among the laborers. Good and proper organization of labor inside the factory will improve efficiency. And well organized trade unions also help work efficiency as they build fraternal connections. So, therefore, these are few personal qualities that influence work efficiency: racial qualities, hereditary qualities, moral qualities, individual qualities, education and intelligence, standard of living, organization among the laborers. Going further, now let us understand the various types of work methods. There are five types of work methods: work study, method study, work measurement, work simplification, and job design. So, work study is nothing but to simplify the work. We have to study the task that is being given. It's a combination of method study and work measurement. It indicates factors that affect efficiency. We should select a job or a process or a task and record the observation and examine the recorded facts and then come up with a work study. It is these are those techniques which are used in all contexts systematically which affect the efficiency and economy of the situation. So work study comprises method study and work measurement. So, what is method study? Method study is a systematic method of analyzing the method of doing a job, including human movements. So, a method study follows a process. Select the work to be studied, record all the observation, examine them critically, develop new methods, define the new methods, install the new methods, implement, and then review. So, method study is the systematic recording, and then uh, there is feedback too. So, method study is the systematic recording and critical examination of existing and proposed ways of doing work as a means of developing and applying easier and more effective methods and reducing cost. Then the third one is work measurement. Work measurement means measuring the work. It is the application of techniques designed to establish the time for a qualified worker or a process to carry out the task as defined. There are various methods of work measurement like historical data method, time study, work sampling, synthesis method, predetermined motion time system, and analytical estimating. Work measurement. For work measurement, first we have to do manpower planning, and also the basic objective is to reduce labor cost, schedule it, budget it, and design incentive system. Then comes job design. Job design, as we studied earlier, it is a core function of human resources, and there are three factors which affect: organizational factors, behavioral factors, and environmental factors. It's a process which is affected by efficiency, capacity, safety, and health, and motivation. So these are the five work methods. So work study, as I told you, it's a combination of work measurement and method study. So in method study, we have time study and motion study. So what is time study? It is defined as a work measurement technique for recording the times and rates of working for the elements of a specified job carried out under specified conditions, and for analyzing the data to determine the time necessary for carrying out the job at a defined level of performance. So it's a work measurement technique to record the time. Motion study implies dividing the work into fundamental elements of basic operations of a job or a process with the object of eliminating unnecessary and defective elements in job. After investigating all the movements in a job, process, or operation, it finds out the most scientific and systematic method of performing the operation or completing the job. So, time study is, is a method of time work measurement. It sometimes uses a device like a stopwatch. These two are the base business efficiency techniques combining time study given by Winslow Taylor and Frank and Lillian Gilbreth. See, here you can see that time study is all about you are measuring time. Measuring time, analyzing the data and collecting the data and measuring time. So time study usually is an art of observing and recording time required to do any activity. mental time, manual time, and machining time are various times that are being understood. So there are few objectives to study time study: target time, comparison, wage incentives, proper balancing, analyze activities, standardize the method of performing operations, standardize conditions, determine man and machine ratio, provide information. So in time study, you can see that these are the Therbligs. Frank and Lillian Gilbreth gave symbols to whatever activity they are doing. If an employee is searching, have to search, given a flow chart where the whole process is defined. If an employee has to search for a tool, this symbol is used. If he has to select, this symbol is used. Okay, and these are the symbols, these are the acronyms that are used for the activities here, and these are the symbols. These are called Therbligs: grasp, reach, move, hold, release, position, reposition, inspect, assemble, disassemble, use, unavoidable delay, avoidable delay, plan, rest to overcome fatigue. So for all these things, same these colors are used and these symbols are used. So this was developed by Frank and Gillian Gilbreth, who did a comprehensive research on time study and motion study. Going further, time study how stopwatch can be used. So there is a method of using stopwatch to for the time study process. First one is list work elements, list of the task. What are the basic activities that are to be done to complete a process? Discuss with the worker or the employee who is doing that task, and then curate the list of activities. Then the third one is measure with stopwatch each activity. Let the employee perform it, and then you have to measure it in terms of seconds or minutes on a stopwatch, and repeat this for n observations. Maybe there could be 10 employees or 15 employees, whatever is possible. Rationally you have to repeat the observations, then compute the mean and standard deviation. We have few formulas which we can be used, and then you can come to a conclusion that how much work is required to complete a task. This is called time study doing stopwatch measurement. So this helps and to come to know how much time is required to perform a specific task. And for that you can use flow chart also, and these symbols can be used. Okay, next one is work study. Work study, as I told you, in work study there are two combinations, two parts: work measurement and method study. Work study, particularly method study and work measurements, are the examination of human work in all our contexts, and which leads systematically to investigation of all the factors which affect efficiency of the situation being reviewed in order to seek improvement. So the two parts are method study and work measurement. Method study is the systematic investigation of the existing method of doing job in order to develop and install easy, rapid, efficient, effective and less fatiguing procedure for doing the same job at lower cost. Then what is work measurement? It is application of different techniques to measure and establish work measurement is the application of different techniques to measure, like time study is a work measurement technique. Method study is to examine the job and find more efficient method. Here you are finding the best method possible, and here you are finding the time duration required to complete the task, the best method. First you have to decide what is the method. So, for example, if grinding is a process, grinding the iron ore, so you have to find the best way of grinding the iron ore, and then how much time is required by a worker to grind the iron ore. So these two are few processes which can be first best method is studied and time is found out. There are few objectives of work study, like to analyze the present method of doing job, whether it is better or can it be improved, and the time required can be measured. So it helps in the best use of human, machine, and material, and it also improves the operational efficiency of the worker, machine, and the process. Why work study is required? It is required in all these contexts: industries, marketing, sales, distribution, offices, stores, warehouses, material handling, designing, building, constructions, road and transport, hospitality sector, hotels and hospitals, army and agriculture. Few of the objectives could be like comparing alternatives, assessing correct initial manning, realistic costing, delivery date of goods, cost reduction, cost control, cost management, training, evaluating workers' performance, facilitating operation scheduling, establishing wages, incentives, and schemes. For these purposes, too, work method is used. Work study is used. What are the various advantages? Uniform and improve. See, if a particular task is studied properly and we are coming to know how much time is required by a efficient worker to do that task, then what will happen? You will get to know how much time can be given to the employee and what can be expected using the best method. So this will definitely help in improving the efficiency. It will improve the production flow. As I told you, higher productivity, reduce manufacturing cost, accurate delivery. You can give accurate delivery dates to the clients or customers. Employee-employee relation will improve. Customers will be happy. They'll be happy by your service. There will be job security. If you're doing that task in 20 hours and the work can be done in 2 hours, then definitely the employer doesn't need you. So job security will be there. If proper work study is done, job satisfaction will be there. Then better working conditions can be improved, and wages can also be improved by giving incentives. But there are few factors that affect work methods: personal factors, work environment, and atmospheric conditions, increasing efficiency at work, improving work methods. Like personal factors, like for example, a worker is there and he's 60 years old. So he cannot do the work how a 20-year-old or 30-year-old is doing. So age factor will be there. Also the interest of the worker in the job, whether he is interested to do, whether he is inclined to do, whether he is satisfied with the job, whether he is satisfied with the working conditions. It could be monetary satisfaction or non-monetary satisfaction. The factors that affect work methods is also noise and illumination, and like that various other external factors. Noise also disturbs the working environment, so noise should be kept proper. And illumination definitely affects whatever be the work illumination affects, be it a desk job or a manual job or a physical job where physical exercises are required. Atmospheric conditions, the temperature, the weather, humidity, and lighting, all these are atmospheric conditions. Increasing efficiency at work is also a factor of improving work methods. So there are few methods of formula, or we can say a formula, how to improve work methods. Work method, any method can be improved. by eliminating unnecessary activities, combining or merging two or more activities which are smaller, and then sequencing them properly and simplifying the activities. So these are few work methods improvement steps which can be used to improve the work method of a process. So this is how work study is done in organizations to improve efficiency. Then going further, causes of these are the work schedules that we discussed last time, were 9 to 5 shift work schedule, flexible work schedule, and part-time full schedule. But these work schedules and these all work study may sometimes should be improved, because these are the causes of low productivity, low morale, poor working conditions, low employee competence, and poor management techniques will definitely lead to fatigue and all. So the productivity, to improve productivity, these are few strategies that can be implemented. Especially for women, they need flexible work schedule, so they can work in flexible work schedule or part-time work schedule. So like that, personal factors also affects the work schedule of employees. So therefore, keeping in mind all these things, the causes of low productivity should be avoided. So this is how work study is done in organizations. So going back, let us today understand what we have done today. We discussed what are the causes of fatigue and boredom, and we also discussed what are the strategies to reduce work and fatigue, how personal qualities affect work efficiency, what are the various work methods, what what are the parts of work study, that is work measurement and method study, time and motion study, Therblix, time study, the stopwatch measurement technique, work study definition, method study and work measurement definitions, meaning, need for work study and objectives of work study, advantages associated with work study, what are the factors that affect work methods, and how to improve work methods, the formula which I've already discussed, and how the low productivity can be avoided using work schedules and personal factors improvement. So, in the next class, we'll discuss in detail about time study and all. Okay, thank you very much.